Hey, it's Scott.
Evening, Scott.
Hey, Mateo.
Hello. Hey, Beth.
Hello. How's everyone? It's a little hot.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yep.
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 Okay.
All right. I see Michael is here, Bob, and Scott is on the line, and that's good. Mayor's not going to make it tonight, so I think we're all here. All right. So it's 7:01 on July 9th, and I'm calling this meeting of the Shrewsbury Conservation Commission to order. This meeting's being recorded. Hello, everyone. Comments from the chair. All I have is, and this is kind of old news, but we got an email from GZA, the consultant for the dam, just saying that the emergency, just sort of a summary of what happened. So the emergency repairs to stabilize the dam were completed in April 2026, and then they started refilling the lake. And as of June 24th, it was back to the summer levels where it was supposed to be. So that's where we're at right now. And the email didn't include anything about next steps in terms of when they would be doing more significant repairs to the dam, but I'm sure we'll hear about that whenever they plan to do it. So that's really all I had. And second on our agenda is review and vote on the minutes of June 25th. Does anybody have any changes or comments to those minutes? Nope. All right. Then I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes of June 25th, 2026.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the June 25th, 2026 minutes.
Second?
Seconded.
Great. All right. Douglas,
Aye.
McDuffie,
Aye.
Khan,
Hi.
and Wilson. Aye. Great. Next is a site visit update. And Mayor's usually turn to her, but she's not here. The only site visit was Scott and I went to, was it 280 Leverett Road? 230 Leverett Road. It was some folks that we'd been trying to get to the site visit for a while. And they've had some erosion in the back part of their properties there that really is stemming from runoff from the elementary school parking lot. And it has significantly kind of made a new channel through the woods and caused some erosion, especially right at the outfall, I feel like, which is right next to the school parking lot. So I'm gonna look into that. We all can look into it together. But I thought I'd start by trying to find some old design plans for the drainage at the elementary school and see what's going on with that. So that was the only site visit. Scott and I did that. We walked through the woods with Wayne. I don't think there's been any other site visits. And so 4 is land management update. Scott, do you have anything?
The only item I have is that we heard from Walker at Terramore that I think he was going to be out of town here for a little bit, but we had connected about doing a kind of a walkthrough after he got back. So I plan to follow up with him on that. I mentioned to him, Beth, the area that we did the delineation on, and he had seen that. It's a pretty low area into there, and that's the part that we had talked about maybe finding a different route. And he has already been thinking about some ideas there. So, anyways, I think that's about all that I had. So, end of report.
All right, so did he mention at all needing more of a delineation done, or did he think that was satisfactory, what we did?
He didn't say. It was a pretty quick email exchange. He had seen where we had done the delineation. So I guess that would be a standby. Maybe why I imagine after I get back and he's in town, we'll be able to talk through it more and see if there's more delineation that's needed, or it might depend on where that reroute goes, I would think.
Okay. You sound pretty, you're up in Acadia?
I am.
You sound very clear.
Well, good. I should do all my meetings from here. It's beautiful.
We all should.
Great field trip. On-com field trip. We do the next one from Acadia.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's funny because I have one bar, so I'm glad it's coming through well.
Yeah, very clear. All right. Number 5 on our agenda is to look at the order of conditions. So I created draft special conditions for the project at 36 South Laurel that we closed the public hearing of at our last meeting. So I'll bring up those draft special conditions and we can take a look at those if I can do it. Hey, Mateo, can you allow me to share?
Yeah, did you click the request to share tool? Let's see.
No, I just hit the share. Do I hit share and then, oh no.
All right, let me see. Looks like Zoom has changed where things are located again.
These IT things, they just upgrade.
I think I found it.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for you. Let's see here.
And
Click on this. And rename, background, mute, profile.
if you click on share or more,
Got it.
Great.
Thank you. All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Great. All right, so these are the draft special conditions. Go with the typical order of conditions, DEP form and DEP's conditions. So first, the finding of facts. This is basically saying that the project is within the jurisdiction of the Wetlands Protection Act and our bylaw and regulations. We found the protected area that the project is working in is the buffer zone to bordering vegetated wetlands. And then a little description of the work. They're demolishing a single family house, building a single family house, replacing septic, constructing a driveway, installing a retaining wall and stormwater best management practices. That's the rain gardens and the other stormwater piping, and grading and landscaping. The parcel stormwater BMPs will include rain gardens. Work will include the removal of 27 trees, replanting of 4 trees and 33 shrubs. Erosion control consisting of silt fence with straw bales will be staked around the entire work area. Work that is within the 50 feet of the wetland boundary includes a portion of the septic system and driveway, 1 rain garden, grading and landscaping. Projects not located in estimated or priority habitat. And then this is just a referral to the documents that the work has to abide by, which is notice of intent, the most recent site plan that we approved or that we saw at our last meeting. And then long-term operation and maintenance plan that they also submitted for our last meeting, which is to maintain the stormwater BMPs. And then I think this is all just boilerplate stuff. Yeah, that's just boilerplate. Special conditions. Again, boilerplate, Conservation Commission can visit the site. The applicant refers to the owner and the owner and any successor to the property. This document should be included in all contracts and specifications for contractors. The copy of this needs to be provided to the contractors. Anybody performing the work on the site needs to have read this and know what it's saying. If there's any additional work besides what's being approved or what was in the notice of intent, that has to come before the commission for approval. That's the both 6 and 7 are about coming back to the commission with any changes. All right, this condition is something we talked a little bit about. This says it's the responsibility of the applicant to complete any review required by all agencies with jurisdiction over the activity that's the subject of this permit, and get the required permits and approvals. So that includes, federal, state, and local. So we've just got Army Corps, DEP, Natural Heritage, and any local boards or building inspectors. That all has to be accomplished, otherwise the work's not permitted. And then we've got prior to the start of any work, no later than 30 days of the issuance, we should receive a letter in writing. What is this? Oh, okay. Stating from the owner stating they've read the order conditions and understand them. And then also the next one is that they need to, before they can start work, they have to record the order at the Registry of Deeds and provide us with that recording information. And then here's something we talked about. The new septic system barrier must extend along the southern side of the leach field to protect the wetland area to the south. And then number 12, work done for this project, including equipment transportation, shall not cause erosion of South Laurel Drive that results in sedimentation into the adjacent wetland or Lake Wyola. And then they have to put up a sign. Then the erosion control needs to be installed and the commission needs to inspect it before work can start. Boop. And then this is mostly about erosion control, maintaining it, stockpiling of soil, inspecting your erosion control, replacing it if it's damaged. And this is all boilerplate stuff about debris and petroleum products being disposed of off-site, and also any equipment maintenance being done outside of the 100-foot buffer zone. All right. Boilerplate, and then after construction, we need to do a post-construction site visit. And then once vegetation has established itself, and we would inspect and determine that, the applicant can submit a certificate of compliance, and this talks about how to do that. That's about it. Last one is make sure you remove your erosion control, and they need to stay in place until the Concom approves that they can be taken down. All right, that's it. Is there anything that you guys want to add to that? Or is there anything I missed from all of our discussions about this project? No? I'm gonna stop sharing so I can see people's faces.
The one thing that that kind of lingers, at least for me, is that we had asked them if all the permits they need that are local permits have been applied for or they had in hand. And I guess I would like that monumented in the order that we are relying on them to assure the truthfulness of that statement. I get that
Well, so we can alter here. We can alter the condition. It says. So this number 8, it says it's the responsibility of the applicant to complete any review required by all agencies with jurisdiction over the activity, and then it lists, state, local, federal. That says, here's a list of them, but not limited to the following. So we can alter that to say, not only is it the responsibility of the applicant, but they need to provide us with proof that they've done that. I don't know. What are you thinking, Bob?
yeah, I think we have experts come in and we count them to be true to their word, and yet we still have to maintain the laws in order to issue an actual order like this, an order of conditions, and so we are in reliance of them for that. So I think it pretty much is covered in there.
Okay.
That in order for this to be a valid permit, they would have to do or to valid in order to do the actions that are subject to this order, they must have all the required approvals. So I think you are correct. It does pretty much state that, and it does specifically call it local permits, correct?
Yeah, it says at the any local board or building
Local board
inspectors, that should say permits probably, but I can also in the beginning, it can say in order to initiate project work, comma, it is the responsibility of the applicant to complete any. So that just sort of saying, not only is it your responsibility, but in order to initiate maybe even the permitted work or something, in order to initiate project work. And I think that kind of says it. You can't start work under this permit, our permit, until you've completed that. To initiate project work under this permit. It is a responsibility of the applicant. These reviews, permits, and approvals may include, but not limited to, Army Corps, DEP, and any local boards or building. I'm gonna put permits.
Good. I feel good about that. Thanks very much for that alteration.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything they'd like to see added, or does it look good? Linda?
Yes, at the top of that, you have a Shore Drive address and it's on the bottom of each page.
Oh, that's left from the last one. I'll change that.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. All right. If there's no more comments, also the public, if anyone from the public has anything. If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve and issue. Oh, Tom?
Thank you very much. How will we know what the final date is if there's a 10 business day window for appealing any NOI as I understand it, but it's based on the postmark of the approval or the permit. I'm not quite sure. Do you have an idea yet when that date will be to start that 10-day appeal clock?
Yeah, I would say this would probably get mailed out and dated like early next week. But
Is it acceptable for the public to write an email to the Concom and ask about that, or to be notified of that, or?
yeah, I was just gonna say, the day that I usually finish it up, I send it to Mateo to mail out, and I can ask Mateo to send you an email.
If that's allowed, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Sure. All right, so looking for a motion to approve and issue the order of conditions for 36 South Laurel Drive. Oh, Bob, you're muted.
So moved.
All right, second?
Seconded.
Okay. Roll call, McDuffie,
Aye.
Douglas?
Aye.
You're muted.
Aye.
Khan
Aye.
and Wilson, aye. All right, great. So, Linda, you can, like I said, expect to get the permit in. We'll send a hard copy, but probably also an email of it to you, hopefully beginning of next week.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming to all of our meetings and figuring this out with us. All right. Moving on. Next on the agenda is discussion with the homeowners about it of 371 and 375 Locks Pond Road regarding the intermittent stream that goes through those parcels. So who is here?
Hi, Beth. This is Terry Bernard.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, there's I see. Hi.
My husband Dave and I reside at 375 Locks Pond Road, but we also own 371 Locks Pond Road, which is the A-frame. And currently we have an intermittent stream that runs between the two properties. And depending on the weather, it's either overflowing or at the moment it's dry as can be. The depth of the stream can be anywhere between a foot to a foot and a half. So it's causing safety concerns walking between the two properties. And also, it's the culvert that the water comes under is in bad shape. It starts on the other side of the road where the Morse Hill Camp is, and it runs under the road onto our property. It goes down as far as Lake Drive, where there is a pipe that picks up part of it. But that pipe is full of dirt and sand coming from the road. So it's really causing a problem for our properties. And it's very close to one of our wells. I did take some pictures. I don't know if I can share them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mateo, can you let her share?
You should be able to.
Okay. If I can share. Make it bigger here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. This right here, and I can probably make it a little bit bigger. Whoops, made it smaller. This is on the other side of the road on Morse Hill, near the Morse Hill camp. So this is
Mm-hmm.
where the water comes down the stream. It's dry as can be right now, but it goes through this culvert, which is I mean, it's covered with, nobody cares for it. So there's grass and dirt. But it does come under 375 Locks Pond Road. And let me see, the next picture is where it comes out on our side of the road. So you can see where the culvert's in pretty bad shape. The concrete's cracked.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes the whole length of our property. So you see the A-frame on the upper part. It actually runs down close to the A-frame. You can see our well, which is right at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And let me, I have more pictures. I'm just trying to get to them. And this is actually, we have like a cement block right there. So we can walk between the two properties. But you can see it's pretty deep there. So if someone was walking through and wasn't familiar with it, if they stepped in there, I mean, they could possibly break their ankle or leg. And then, of course, it goes very close to the A-frame. And then, whoops, there's this, there's spots where it's wider.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, quick question on that. So that actual stream, yeah, that's even better picture.
Yeah.
It actually touches that support column that you've got for your
Yes.
deck. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, through the years, this stream has become wider and deeper. So it's really causing a problem. Especially, I mean, the beginning of the spring, it was flowing like anything, and now it's dry as can be. But yeah, we're concerned about our well and our septic because it does run the whole length in front of 371, and our septic's right out front.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Tricky.
share your concern. Certainly, you wouldn't want to have a road runoff go past a drinking water well, and the close proximity to the septic system is hazardous, and it well may be undermining your support for the port. So, yeah, I share your concern.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's with the weather, with the changes in storms, it's probably getting worse.
Right, right. And now that we own the two properties and like just moving between the two, it's really hazardous.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I know I've seen this stream. I think you guys got some permitting to remove trees and stuff, right? You've come
Yeah.
before us before. Yeah.
And that was part of the, having to remove trees with that stream going through, we had to get permission.
Mm-hmm. This is tricky. Because the whole thing is it's an intermittent stream, so it's a resource area. Um, I
I
guess
mean,
I'd be kind of interested in if you guys have come up with an idea of what you're even thinking
yeah,
of
actually
doing.
my husband is willing to run a pipe through there and bring it down to where there is a pipe lower. It's actually on, I think it's the McCullum's land. If we could connect it to that and then bury the pipe.
So a pipe basically, are you saying it would kind of go from one culvert down to
Yeah.
Lake Drive?
right, from our culvert down to where the pipe is currently on that land to hook in with that.
Yeah. This is a tough permitting thing. You know, there's
And
really not, I can look into it a bit, you know, I can look into if there's ways at all to do that kind of thing, but it's, you know, it's an intermittent stream. More often, DEP wants you daylighting streams, not burying streams in pipes. They want you to get rid of the pipes and daylight. It's much healthier for the stream itself. I know it's mostly stormwater, so that makes it seem a little but yeah, I think all I could say is that I can look into it a bit and maybe we could, as a commission, we could come and do a site visit.
yeah,
Um,
that would be great because, like I said, on the other side of Lake Drive, they obviously have it covered. They must have a pipe that goes down into the lake. There's no stream that goes from Lake
yeah,
Drive down to the lake. So,
yeah.
how did that happen? And here we have the stream that's running right through our property.
Yeah, no doubt there's definitely a lot of those outflow pipes along the properties on Lake Drive that
Right. And like I
that
said, I mean, when
nobody
a
knows.
stream is flowing, it's one thing, but with it being dry like this, it's a hazard.
Yeah. Um,
It really becomes a safety issue.
this may be part of so I think you might know, and Bob's on the group, there's a big watershed study that's being done of Lake Wyola and looking at all of these ways that water makes its way down to the lake and figuring out ways to actually improve that in terms of treating the water a bit before it gets to the lake, slowing it down, all these kinds of things. So this may be something that group should really look into. What do you think about that, Bob?
Yeah, I believe at our last meeting for that group, we looked at different priority areas around the lake, ones that had a sediment load to the lake, etc. And I do believe that this section on Lake Drive was one of those highlighted areas. So just to kind of keep you all informed, a map was put together by FERCog and by this committee, and this committee chimed in on what it thought were the priority properties, and I believe this was one of them, that one of the 11 or one of the 10. So I think it would be helpful to, if you wouldn't mind, send us a quick synopsis of your difficulty, and then we can to that subcommittee, and we can make that part of the dialogue because we are taking a look at all these outflows and on Lake Drive particularly.
Yeah, and what's the name of the group so she knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say it's like SMIC or something like that. Um,
So
the,
stormwater management, no, lake.
the committee formerly known as the one that looked into sedimentation.
Yeah, so it's an official committee now. I'll find out what the name is and I'll get it to you, Terry,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
that would
I'll CC Bob and Jennifer Wallace, who she's the I mean, is there a chair position to that, or is she just sort of the leader of that group? But anyway, I'll CC her too, so you know who to send your pictures and things to.
okay.
So
That
that group is just in its infancy. So this is a really good time to have us take a look at that. So I'm grateful for your help.
okay. Okay, that sounds good.
All right, and I'll also, while they're looking into sort of the bigger picture and what could possibly be done in this area, I'll also look into like permitting pathways for doing some stuff. Like I said, it's a little challenging, but I'll look and see what can happen.
Okay,
All right, great. Could you stop sharing?
I will stop sharing. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other questions or anything else?
No, like I said, it's been a concern of ours for a while. It's just like I said, it just seems like it's getting worse. And I just don't want it to cause a problem, for our well or septic or anything else. So,
Hmm. Yeah, well, I think if both groups, Concom and that Lake Wyola Stormwater Group, look into it a bit, um, we'll see what can happen.
okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for your time.
Sure. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
All right. And we have on here discuss the regulations, the conservation land regulations again. Are there any updates on that, Scott?
Oh, I had to come off mute. Well, we did hear back comments from the chief of police about modifying or adding a provision to ensure that their authorized, vehicles would be allowed. So that's one additional change that he suggested. I think he also mentioned just for enforceability that, would have to be seen or witnessed by, a police officer to be enforced. I think that's probably true for most types of regulations like that. I have not heard back from the town's attorney, so I think maybe that, I don't know, Mateo, if that would be worth follow-up with Donna, or maybe I missed an email. I'm not sure if I didn't see anything from her that I recall.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
No, she hasn't responded yet. I can check in with her again.
Great. Thanks, Mateo. All right. The only other things are, it's not on here, so maybe unanticipated business. Bob, do you have any more info from your first meeting with that group? Like, well, and you went to there was there a presentation from GZA? Or there was a meeting about GZA's
Yeah,
draft?
so I did miss out on the meeting with GZA. That meeting is available as a recording. And pretty much I covered what I wanted to share with the committee, with this commission, I should say, in that uh, each each part of the lake was divided up into watersheds, and which ones did we think were most important? And there were some changes made. We found the Randall Road one, even though it's kind of a forested piece, we thought it also had a significant amount of flow that comes down that roadway and causes serious erosion at the boat launch and the parking area. So that was up notched for that particular thing. So we probably will hear back from FERCog within the next month or so, and then that'd be a good report for me to share with the commission.
Great, so FERCog is reviewing GZA's report?
Yes.
Okay, great. Excellent. All right. I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have anything? Any unanticipated business? Oh, Mateo does. Good. Mateo?
Just a reminder that the MWRA will be holding a meeting at the Quabbin Visitor Center tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to hear from Quabbin towns about Quabbin equity and water use in our communities.
Oh, that's interesting. Is anyone from town hall going?
I believe I believe there's somebody from the select board going and somebody from the planning board is going. They accepted written comments for a while, and then there are going to be statements from the towns So at this point, it's not really like a public comment listening session. It's more like a listening to the municipal governments session. But the more people that are there, I think the more of an impression it will make on the MWRA.
Yeah. So what time is that? This is tomorrow?
It's at 10 o'clock tomorrow at the Quabbin Visitor Center.
Oh, that's neat. I'll be at work, but that sounds really great. Good. I'm glad some folks from Shutesbury are going. All right, thanks for that. All right, I don't think there's anything else. So take a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to move that we adjourn.
Nice short meeting. Second.
Seconded.
All right. Douglas,
Aye.
McDuffie,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
and Wilson. Hi. All right. See you guys in a couple weeks.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
Aye.